for Gakpo. A sight of goal. A wonderful finish. Tony Gakpo. Darwin Nunez makes it 2-0. Gakpo 3. Anfield's delight. Salah. Good night and good luck. Liverpool 4. Here is Darwin Nunez. It is 5-0. Salah. It is 6. Roberto Firmino. It's in. It's 7.
Absolutely extraordinary. Just to put it into context, Manchester United's joint heaviest defeat in their history, and there's the other times they conceded 7 in 1926, then 30 and 1931. The last time they conceded 7 goals in a game, 92 years ago. That is a screenshot for Liverpool fans all round the world. They have beaten Manchester United in the heaviest manner in history. Here comes their record goal scorer and their captain.
Mo, Jordan, a record-breaking day. That is Liverpool's biggest ever win over Manchester United. What do you make of that?
It was a fantastic day for everyone. I thought performance level from every single player was top quality today. Something that we've been missing for a while, of course, but I think today you could see the energy levels and everything was back. And to be fair, the last few Premier League games have showed with the results, clean sheets that we've kept, we're on the right path, and today was a proper performance.
Mo, do you echo those sentiments? Did you feel it was coming, and just how special was that today?
Yeah, it's very special to win a game like that with that result, but at the same time I don't want that give us like we go to the next game with overconfidence or something. We just need to stay humble and just play and win the games, because we are not in a position we wanted to be, but hopefully that give us a good push and will make us keep winning.
One position that you personally in, you are now Liverpool's record-breaking, all-time leading scorer in the Premier League. You've just gone past Robbie Fowler. What does that mean to you?
It's a very special more because it's not a coincidence that he gets these numbers. You know, he dedicates his life to football every single day, how hard he works. He's the first one in, last one out. And yeah, it's not a coincidence, so I'm delighted for him.
How much is that shot in the arm as well, though, for your quest for top 4 this season now?
Hopefully, I think now we are 5th in the table, so hopefully, and 3 points behind Spurs, so we have still, I think, 1 game in hand as well. I'm not sure, but we just need to enjoy the game, and I think when we play to enjoy the game, just to play our football, and that's what we showed last couple of weeks.
Is it possible, out of all 129, say which one was your favourite, or was it the 129th, because it meant so much to you?
The last one. I don't think it's a really great goal, but I think it was really special.
Congratulations, you were the player of the match. John, will you do the honours, please?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll come to Mo Salah's numbers in a moment, but can you understand Jordan Henderson there, Michael? As a Liverpool player, to play in that fixture and look at the scoreline of 7, it will take some sinking in, won't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think anybody that walks in now and looks at the result, they must think, well, Manchester United must have gone down to 10 men in the first, maybe even 9 men.
Or there's an error on your TV screen.
Or there's something wrong with the TV, or we've made a mistake. But obviously none of those are true. It was just an incredible day at Anfield. And as I said earlier, Anfield has seen some of the most incredible nights and days of football over the years, but that's going to be ranked right amongst them. I mean, it's a monumental score, monumental effort, monumental performance, and everything about it was staggering. I mean, you're still a little bit of shock now that this Manchester United team that are playing so well can get beat by anybody 7-0, but let alone their arch rivals.
Yeah, I mean that's the point, isn't it? As Michael said, we talked long and hard about United's form coming into this.
It's just a really freakish afternoon, I think. I don't think, as you mentioned before, 7 goals out of 8 chances. Everything did seem to fall perfectly for them. And I think the disappointing thing from United's point of view is when and I was mentioning before the game, waxing lyrical about the characters and leaders we've seen in the team. I think once you get to 3 or 4, you got your Casemiro, you got your Varane, playing in big games, big teams, you say, right, stay here, don't go anywhere, we're not conceding any more goals, we don't make this embarrassing. But unfortunately, Liverpool took all but one of their chances, and it was a free night to have to accept.
Yeah, from a United point of view, a disaster, but from a Liverpool point of view, what a day. We're delighted to be joined by the captain, Jordan Henderson, live at Anfield now. Jordan, well done. Is that still sinking in, to win a game of that magnitude with that scoreline?
A little bit. We knew it was a big game coming into it. You know, United have been playing really well of late, just won a trophy, so we wanted to come here and perform to the levels we're capable of, and we had to today to get the result. And I thought overall the performance was top from everyone, and you get your rewards in the end.
Particularly in that second half. Obviously, it was only 1-0 at half-time. I mean, what did that feel like in the second half? Attack after attack, and they all seem to be going in.
Yeah, we're sort of building momentum second half. I thought we started the game really well. You know, first 20-25 minutes was very good, and then maybe 10-15 minutes United got into it a little bit more. But second half, I thought we dominated for large parts, and we were clinical in front of goal, which is important.
Jordan, it's Michael here. I was just wondering what the mentality is after a result like that. One, you're obviously euphoric. It's a great scoreline, but of course, secondly, there's still a job to do. There's still been a disappointing season, and that respect as well for a team that are playing so well, that have already won a trophy. Where's the balance here between celebrating and obviously still being humble and pushing on for the season?
Well, I think you've got to enjoy it, you know, playing in big games like this against United. It's always a fantastic game, so to win it 7-0 is a big moment, really, and one I'm sure we'll look back on. So you've got to enjoy it, but at the same time, you're right, you need to stay humble. And at the end of the day, it's just another 3 points, and we've still got a long way to go to try and qualify for the Champions League at least. So it's another game. We've won, yep, enjoy it, but we'll move on quickly because the games come thick and fast, and we'll have another tough game next week against Bournemouth.
Jordan, you know Mo Salah better than most. You see him day in, day out, what he puts into his game. To break Robbie Fowler's record of all people today, and in this fixture, in that magnitude as well, in front of the Kop, was that almost written in the stars for him?
Yeah, it was a great night for him, and I'm delighted for Mo. You know, it's not a coincidence that he's hit these numbers. You know, he dedicates his life to the game, and first one in the training ground, last one out, always in the gym, doing the right things, eating the right things, and he gets his rewards. And tonight is an amazing night for him personally, but also for the team.
And Jordan, just looking at the league table there, I mean, it was only seemed a week or so ago that Liverpool were in 9th place, now up to 5th. Now with the Champions League in touching distance, how important is it for a club of Liverpool's size, you know, in terms of recruiting players, keeping players, you know, big players happy in the Champions League? How important is that 4th place?
It's really important, you know, like you say, in the club like Liverpool need to be playing Champions League football. And yes, this season has been disappointing at times, and we haven't performed to the levels that we're capable of for different reasons. But I think we showed tonight we can still perform as a team. We've got a few big players that have come back over the last few weeks that's helped. And now it's about trying to keep everybody fit, trying to keep the energy levels and the performance levels high like they were today, right till the end of the season. And if we do that, then we'll have a good chance. But yes, of course, it's big to try to get into that top 4 for next season.
And just finally, Jordan, with 13 league games to go, what kind of bounce is a result like that today to give you now?
It is a big result, you know, but the performance is the most important thing, I feel. You know, I think the performance level has been really important the last few weeks, especially Premier League. I feel as though this has been coming and performing for the full 90 minutes, which I feel as though we did today. But we need to continue that. We need to keep going, keep working for each other. And hopefully, like I say, we can go on a little run and end the season well.
Very well done. Thanks for joining us. I do thank your umbrella holder as well, so we do appreciate that.
Cheers.
Thanks, Jordan.
Cheers, see you.
Big smile. The Liverpool captain in the rain at Anfield. The other side of the story is Manchester United's heaviest defeat for 92 years. Here's their captain, Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno, you've had a few moments there in the changing rooms. Is it possible to explain exactly what happened there today?
The standard was not at our level. That's why we didn't win. We didn't get anything from the game. I think first half we did really well. We controlled the game. We had the most chances probably. Liverpool find the goal. Obviously, we came to the second half and we concede too many goals from our mistakes and from positions where we should be aware of what Liverpool wanted from the game.
Like you say, at half-time, I mean, even at 1-0, recently it felt like United would have and normally did come back from games like that. So what changed in that second half then?
Oh, as I said, we did too many mistakes. That is not at our standard, our level, the level we used to be. We gave too much space away for them to counter. We knew how good they could be in a counter-attack. It's one of the best weapons that they have, and we didn't control that good enough.
There's been an awful lot of games recently. There's been 4 matches since your last Premier League game alone. Is that starting to catch up now, the amount of games that are coming, and quite intense games as well, including that cup final?
We can't use that as an excuse. If you want to play for this top club, being in all the competitions, fight for all the competitions, we have to play all the games, and we have to want to play more and more often. So we can use that as an excuse. It's just our standard was not good enough, and that's it.
So how do you stop this having a big impact on the rest of the season now?
We had worse moments than this, and we came back from that. So it's obviously it hurts a lot. But it's still just one game. We lost 3 points. Even if he's doing with this kind of result, is again, as I said, as I always said, that big games don't give you more than 3 points, and obviously can get you all down of confidence and of everything. But the team has to have the belief as always, because what we have done in the past has brought us into the position we are today, and this result can't change what is being our mentality.
Always appreciate you talking to me. Thanks.
That's the Manchester United captain. I get what he's saying, Paul, but as a Manchester United player, it isn't just 3 points lost there, is it? Given the scoreline and where it is and who it's against.
No, it's not. I do actually think he spoke quite well there. He wasn't looking for excuses. He's saying, being at a big club, you have to expect to play a lot of games during the season. Look, they have played a lot of games. I actually feel sorry for him when he's played, actually. He's been pushed out to many positions now to do a job for a team to accommodate people. He was on the left today. He's been on the right. He's played through the middle. He has been a little bit all over the place, and I don't think you can't say any of the players performed the way they should have done. But I thought he was especially poor today. Really, it wasn't his greatest afternoon. But again, being played all over the place doesn't help you. I think there's a couple of players in that team that, when it comes to big games like this, I don't think they're quite at the level. I think the right back position could be a problem. They clearly need a centre forward if Martial's going to have the injury record he's got. And there are issues in the team, but it's difficult to be critical of this team for what's happened over the last so many games. And since that Brentford game, especially, look, there's been disappointments, and there's been games where the keeper has had to save them at times, and they've come on and made changes and been different, and made a difference to games, the substitutes especially, where they've given them a real lift when really they could have been out of games. But look, that is just such a freak. I keep saying the word freak.
So you're not concerned of any hangover going forward from this?
No, that's the big question now. I don't think so. I think, as I mentioned, with the characters that are in the team, the experience the manager's got, I think they'll come out of this okay. You have to be slightly worried, of course, but I think when you look back at it and you see they only created 8 chances, Liverpool at Anfield, I'll tell you what, in normal years, you'd probably accept that. But there's no way in a million years you expect them to score 7. Liverpool, I bet we've played against Liverpool, created 20, 25 chances in the past and not scored a goal. It was just such a freakish afternoon, and I'm glad that he won't blame tiredness, and it's how they react from this, really. As I said, they've got big experience in that team. They've got a squad now where they could possibly freshen up for Thursday night, especially play players who won't be scarred by what happened today. But I think there's a big job now from the manager and the support staff to really, get this team lifted. Maybe just a couple of days off or something, get away from that and refocus on an important end to the season.
The fact that United have lost away at Arsenal, City and Liverpool now, is that just a guide as to perhaps they're just a fraction off the top two?
Well, I think so. I think we mustn't forget how far Manchester United have come, and we mustn't, all of a sudden think, right, they're title contenders and they're going to win everything, because they are still, a little bit behind the likes of Manchester City. You could argue they're, Arsenal and teams like that, they're hunting down, although Arsenal have gone again. But, I mean, in this great run that they had, and I asked Paul the question just before kick-off, they've been getting great results, but I've not really been out of my seat thinking, wow, this club is going to take the Premier League by storm, let's say, next season. I've been really impressed with the progress that Manchester United have made, but there's still a long way to go. And that was before today's result. Obviously, today's result makes you think that even more. One question I would have was, which Paul just raised before, would be team selection. There's one position on that pitch before today's game that everybody thinks, wow, this could be the match-winning area.
تشيلسي يستعين بجماهيره لتصحيح المسار. أعلنت تشيلسي المنافس في الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز لكرة القدم اليوم الأربعاء عن تشكيل مجلس استشاري يضم ممثلين عن الجماهير للمشاركة في المناقشات وتبادل المعلومات والأفكار بشأن الأمور التي تؤثر على المشجعين، وذلك لزيادة التفاعل مع عشاق الفريق. وفي يونيو الماضي وافقت أندية الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز على خطة لتعزيز العمل الجماعي مع المشجعين في الدوري، تتضمن تشكيل مجالس استشارية للجماهير لزيادة التفاعل. وقالت تشيلسي أن المجلس الاستشاري سيتألف من 6 ممثلين عن المشجعين. وأضاف في بيان: سيشارك المجلس الاستشاري في المناقشات وعملية تبادل المعلومات والآراء بشأن القرارات المحتملة التي تؤثر على جماهير تشيلسي، وسينصب التركيز على الرؤية الاستراتيجية للنادي وأهدافه، إضافة إلى اتخاذ القرارات على المدى المتوسط والطويل. وواصل: سيجتمع المجلس الاستشاري 3 مرات على الأقل سنويا مع أعضاء مجلس إدارة تشيلسي في حضور كبار مديرين تنفيذيين للنادي أيضا. وشكلت أندية أخرى في الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز بما في ذلك مانشستر يونايتد وليفربول مجالس مماثلة في السنوات الأخيرة. نتمنى الوصول إلى حلول من أجل الابتعاد عن شغب الملاعب في الدوري الإنجليزي، وبالتوفيق لجميع الأندية الإنجليزية.